I was just watching TV. I'm still gonna take a walk. I keep getting caught up in watching TV. I just end up sitting in there for a lot longer than I want. Anyway, I just remembered the thing I was talking about yesterday. Or not yesterday. Whenever I was talking about it. Well, that and the other thing I was going to talk about. I was talking about, even with the cops, how you always got... And some people would think that was meant, I mean, that has different meanings to it. But what I mean is, the cops. You know what I mean? Like, just find ways and mess them. Because that's what they do to everyone that's not cops. Or everyone that's not part of the system. And even people. It's like, it's hard to explain, but they don't care about, or I mean some of them do. It's just, you gotta, even if you're not someone that's like working with them literally, or you know what I mean, like, fuck, I'm trying to bleep my own language. But I'm saying, like, even, you gotta still speak up against them. Or you know what I mean? Like, never just allow them. Because then, even if your life, to be successful in everything, you have to keep, I mean, you can't just, like, be in the war against the law, because there's regular people, and then there's the law, right? Some people don't know, though. They think the law is on their side. But that's not true. That's what people think. Or not everyone, but I know definitely this is a discussion I get into with people in my family a lot, or an argument, because a lot of them think the law isn't bad, or it's not, or it's on their side. Yeah, the law might help you out at times, but they're really there to help you. And one day, if you don't already know that, one day you'll find that out. I mean, when I was little, I thought the law was good, or like, the cops were good people. And there is good people everywhere. There's good cops, but they're still, they're working for the system, and the system is meant to protect you. But a lot of people don't know that. See, there's a lot of people that will you, but people know, you know, but they don't know the system. But if you're smart, you know that the system is you. So always be doing something, and even metaphors, like, if you're not, just like ways of going, because the biggest thing that irritates me about the system or cops is even things, I mean, of course there's things that people shouldn't be allowed to do, but there's no limit to what they tell us we can't do. You know, of course there's things, if it interferes with someone else's life, like if killing or stealing, that's for the law to deal with. But things like what we put in our body, or what we say, that's when they are telling us that. I mean, maybe if we're taking things around people that shouldn't be exposed to that, or saying language around people that shouldn't be exposed to that. That can be, but they definitely take away a lot of our rights. They take away tons of our, and it never ends. They just keep taking away more and more. And eventually, one day, it might even get worse, and that's just the borderline. There's a lot of worse things cops do, but I don't know. I get into this a lot. It's a big discussion or an argument, because I still hate cops. I've hated them worse, but every time I get into an argument, people are always like, they kind of just classify me, or, I don't know, they kind of don't believe me. I'm mainly talking about people in my family, because I used to be so mad at cops, like that's all I would talk about, is how much I hate them. But now I still feel the same way. I'm just not as, strong about it. Or you have to learn how to live life, or, interact, because it's not like they're gonna go away, and you can't make them go away. And at the same time, even if you have to live around it, cops, and around the law, and you have to follow it, but you still, even if you're gonna follow the law, you still have to know it's not on your side. You know what I mean? It will help you out in some situations, but it'll also keep. But the other thing I was going to talk about is each scene I'm having a girl in, which I play the girl, but it's a metaphor. The first scene was white girl, you know what that is. The second scene was, no, I haven't done the second scene yet. I know I did the librarian that started the story, but that was just because I felt at the time wasn't sure what girl I was going to use, because girls are a metaphor for drugs sometimes. But I used the same girl from the first one. It was just the librarian. It's hard to explain, but some other girls, Lucy, or I've never done that, but that was one I was thinking about for this one. Acid, LSD. Some people call it Lucy, and that's or E. You'll see how I come up. Another one was MJ, Mary Jane. Each scene has a different one. I think those are the only three. But that's just, that isn't. Anyway, I have to figure out how I do the whole scene. But see the balloons I use for the boobs and the other thing, they kind of are inflated. I hope they can blow back up. But before that I used basketballs, or small ones. Anyways, I just wanted to, I'm going to take a lot. I just wanted to say that real quick, because I was